Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick here from NAB Lifestyle Media, and today I want to talk to you about my trip to Tokyo and my adventure at Tokyo Auto Salon. So, to understand the story, you need a little bit of context of what happened the day before. Myself and the group I traveled to Tokyo with all decided to do Mario Karts, and one of my friends left their GoPro mounted to one of the carts. The day after Mario Karts, and we had to come back because Ricardo forgot his fucking GoPro here. That morning, we spent our time looking at our phones trying to navigate through a place that doesn't even speak the same language as us. We took the train in the opposite direction express a couple times and even almost got hit from standing in the middle of the tracks, but eventually we made our way to Mario Karts and got the GoPro. After we picked up the GoPro, we were familiar enough with the trains to find our way to Tokyo Auto Salon. As soon as we got there, we spent maybe about 10-15 minutes setting up all our gear, and within the next 3 minutes of the event, we somehow got lost and split ways. Later during the event, I managed to meet up with a couple of my other friends that were talking to the owner of Vertex Steering Wheels. This other kid comes over to us who is in our group. His name is David. He kept complaining that he's tired of always doing the same things at these car shows when we go. He wanted to go see the cars because in New York we do kind of the same thing where when we go to a show we're just kind of talking and nothing's going on, and he just wouldn't stop complaining. So I told him, I said, David, breathe. It's gonna be okay. And he looked at me and he's like, I know, but I just want to do this and I just want to do that. And I was like, listen, you don't have to be with us. You can go and you can go your own way and do your own thing. And that's okay. But he stood around and he said he was gonna wait for us. My friends Peter and John finally stopped talking to the owner of Vertex. And as soon as we're about to leave, another person approaches us. His name is Will. And Will recognized Peter almost instantly. He goes, hey, don't I have you on Facebook? Don't you drive an RX-7? And Peter responded, he's like, hey, yeah, I think we met that time a couple of years ago. So they started talking again. Now, David is already fed up with us. He didn't want to be waiting around anymore. He wanted to just get up and go. Him waiting had to be the best decision that he's made this entire trip.
Dave was so tight before. He's like, yo, why are we standing here? Oh, man.
So I walk over, John and Peter are still talking to Will. She started asking us, do you know who this guy is? Do you know who that guy is? And I was like, no, I've never heard of these guys before. He shows us his company has a decal on one of the cars in the magazine that he gave us. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, you know? And he was like, here, hold on one sec. And he gives me this look. He must have gave me this look 8 or 9 times throughout the night. And every time he gave me this look, he had a new surprise. He's bringing us to all these different people to meet. People that, like, you have to know somebody to meet them. And we were just taking photos in all these private booths. We met people, I apologize for messing up these names right now. We met Rocky Oto, we met Takehiro Ueno, we met Masashi Yokoi and Akira Hirajima. Sorry guys if I'm messing up your names. We met Naoki Nakamura, Abo Moon. We met Ken Nomura. We met the legendary Ari Memia, and we were in his booth and I was filming these cars. Like, I remember walking by and I got a shot from like outside the little perimeter that they had. And then later on, we went inside the perimeter, opened the doors of the cars. We were looking inside the cars. It was just so amazing to be in there. And it was at this point that like it really started kicking in that, wow, we are seeing this show from like a completely different perspective than everyone here right now. And this has to be one of the greatest experiences in my lifetime. So after Will was done showing us around, he gave us all magazines, he signed all of our books, and we also got signatures from about half the people that I just mentioned. John got signatures on his shirt, Peter got signatures in his book. Dave, the one that was complaining that he wanted to go, got the most signatures out of everybody and met the most people out of everybody and the most photos out of everybody. He took a photo with every single person we met. He got signatures from every single person we met. And on his camera strap, you can see where they all signed it. I told him, I was like, Dave, I told you things were gonna be okay and you wanted to leave the most out of everybody. Look what happened. You stuck around and you had the most amazing time out of all of us. He was so excited.
Hey, David, was it worth the wait?
Hell, motherfucking yeah.
I told you. Oh, hey, look, I'm Miata.
But then it gets better. So after the event was over, he goes, there's an underground meet, I'll take you to where it is. But we got there, we parked the cars and everything. We were early, so we went up and we had dinner. Peter was there from Pelux, my friend John from Jonathan Andrew Design, Edwin from Prime, Ricardo, Dave, Lindsay, Genki, Ryota, Tsubasa, all these people. And it was just so amazing that we had over 10 people with us just hanging out, and we all knew each other and we all came from different places. We met a guy from, his name slips my mind right now, but we met a guy from Sydney, Australia, and nobody knew who he was. He came out by himself. He was telling us about how he was free, and he was like, hey, I have nothing to do this weekend. I'm not working. I'm going to Tokyo Auto Salon. And he was just as amazed as we were at how much of a good time that it turned out to be. So during the dinner, we just kept talking. I was talking to Edwin from Prime. I was talking to Will. And I'm one of the youngest ones that was there, and they just kept feeding me all this knowledge and wisdom. And they were talking about things from like 10, 15 years ago, and they were like, yeah, remember when that happened? And I was like, shit, I was still learning how to color back when you guys were doing this stuff. After dinner, we went down to the meet. We were hanging out at the meet for a little while, you know, we got some clips, we got some photos, hung out with all the guys, and then it was time to go home. But it was just such a crazy experience for that to have happened to us in, what was that, maybe our third day there, and then we still had another 3 days to go. So this is one of the top highlights out of this entire trip. I'm gonna be posting more videos. I'm so grateful to have met these guys, and I really hope I see them again and we get to hang out and we get to go out. Thanks to my friends for coming. Thanks to you guys for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more of my Japan trip, hit the subscribe button. Like this video, share it with your friends. If anybody else was at Tokyo Auto Salon, feel free to tag me. I'd love to see your perspective from it because we did not get to see the entire show. We only saw 2 out of the 4 exhibits that they had. So thank you very much and see you next time.